Hi everyone, welcome to this episode Guests at Magadikere. I am sure that everyone likes to fly like birds. It's a treat for eyes to watch flock of birds flying in the sky. Birds are an important part of our ecosystem and food chain. Billions of birds are found in the world and more than 11,000 bird species exist. India has more than 12% of the world's bird species. The Indian state of Karnataka has 570 bird species within its boundaries. My name is Rekha. In this episode, I am going to share information and throw more light on Magadikere Bird Sanctuary and a very special migratory bird which arrives here. This sanctuary is located in a small village by name Magadi, situated in Shirahatti Taluk, Gadag district, northern part of Karnataka. It is around 13 kilometers from Lakshmeshwara town. You find a vast lake spread across 130 acres here. This is Magadikere. It's a migratory hotspot for several birds, and hence this places huge interest for photographers. A total of 33 wetland bird species belonging to 11 families are recorded from Magadi Bird Sanctuary. Of the total birds recorded based on the density and abundance, bar-headed geese was found as the dominant species. Bar-headed goose is the major attraction bird in Magadikere. It's a beautiful bird. This bird is pale grey and boasts black bars on its head. Thus the name bar-headed goose. Once you reach Magadikere Bird Conservation Reserve and you are at the entrance gate, the cool breeze and the chirping of the birds welcome you, and you find the pathway to walk inside the sanctuary. All types of vehicles to be parked outside the entrance gate, as vehicles are not allowed inside. As you start walking inside, you can see the vast lake filled with flock of bar-headed geese. Enjoying the cool breeze and the sight of the birds, you walk towards the watchtower. The plants, the trees and the greenery around definitely makes your visit more pleasant. Here, I suggest you try an interesting exercise, that is, trying to count the number of bar-headed geese. Yes, you will like it very much. Walking a little further towards Watchtower, you can also find information boards on the way which depicts important information about the birds and the place. The boards are in Kannada and English languages. Kannada language is the mother tongue of the people of Karnataka state. If you are new to Kannada script, I am sure you will appreciate the beautiful script and may even develop interest to learn the language. A small garden with few benches can be seen next to the watchtower. Once you start climbing the steps of the watchtower and reach at the top, you can experience 360-degree view of the lake and the place around. Definitely, it's a special experience. The Forest Department of the Karnataka state has provided spotting scopes and binoculars there so that the tourists can watch the birds and enjoy the experience. These scopes and binoculars are limited around the watchtower only. A small island also attracts your attention in the lake. A lot of local birds flock here for nesting and breeding purpose. Next special mention here is about an amazing individual. Yes, his name is Mr. Somanna Pashupatihal. Mr. Somanna is working as a forest watcher since 13 years. Our family friend from Lakshmeshwara town, Mr. Anantraj Minajagi, who had accompanied us, introduced Mr. Somanna as a guard, ornithologist and an avian veterinarian. A very humble and friendly natured Mr. Somanna enthusiastically shares his knowledge about the place and the migratory birds to all the visitors. His immense knowledge about the migratory birds, especially bar-headed geese, is certainly appreciative. Mr. Somanna also provides first aid to any wounded birds and affectionately cares as his own family members. It was our pleasure to meet Mr. Raju working as an assistant there, who is a kind and diligent individual. Bar-headed goose is a lovely bird. These birds migrate to Magadi between first week of November and end of March every year. The bar-headed goose is one of the world's highest flying birds. These birds arrive to Magadi flying around 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers from Mongolia. Do you like to know how many birds in total you can find in Magadi? Do you like to count them? There is an interesting method though. Shall I share it? Well, I am not sharing it now. It will be great if you visit this place and get to know it from Mr. Somanna. Great is nature's wonder. These flock of birds fly across countries and arrive at Magadi. Yes, they do not require visa. These birds cross over the mighty Himalayan range. Their strength is definitely commendable. These species of birds has been reported as migrating south from Tibet, Kazakhstan, Mongolia and Russia before crossing the Himalayas. They do not migrate here for breeding purpose, but just to avoid extreme cold of the places they come from. People, farmers of Magadi welcome these thousands of birds wholeheartedly every season. They believe these birds as guests to their village. I observed that bar-headed geese are very disciplined and punctual. They visit the nearby crop fields for food twice a day. First visit will be at dawn. They ensure that they are there much before the farmers begin their daily work. And second visit would be in the evening. They feed on chickpeas, wheat and grains. It's such a wonderful sight to watch these thousands of birds flying from the lake towards the fields and then returning to the lake. Also, you experience a fantastic sight watching thousands of birds in the lake. Some birds playing, some taking a nap, some on a stroll. Some birds seem like dancing while playing in the lake. The lake has another entrance. You have to further travel around 2 kilometers from the main entrance. This is not used much though. I'm just sharing it for your knowledge. A huge number of localites, tourists, birding and wildlife photographers visit Magadi. Karnataka Forest Department has provided good facilities. Few more facilities are expected though. Next, what we can expect from the tourists. Tourists should maintain silence around the lake. Bar-headed geese and other birds get disturbed by huge sounds and noise. So, visitors should not shout, not talk very loud, and definitely not honk. After you enjoy the visit, while you're returning from the sanctuary, you can also visit Udachamma temple, which is just next to the sanctuary gate. Also, while you're returning, don't forget to savor the local food delicacies like girmit, mirchi and the tea at the shops near the main road. So, what are you waiting for? Plan soon and mark in your calendar. Don't you like to welcome the guests at Magadi? Don't you wish to see the thousands of birds flying and playing in the lake? I'm sure you do. So why delay? Do plan and visit here. Do share this information about the place with your family, relatives, friends, colleagues and other contacts. I like everyone to visit this place and enjoy the wonderful experience. Tourists who visit Magadi can stay at hotels, lodges in Lakshmishwara town, which is close by. Lakshmishwara town in itself is a major tourist destination. It's a historic town boasting beautiful temples, Jain basadis, that is temples, masjid, etc. you get to visit these places as well. I am going to share more information on these places at Lakshmeshwara town in my upcoming episodes. This episode is also available in Kannada version by name Magadi Kereya Atithigalu. You can find that in my YouTube channel. You can mail me on this ID for any information or queries on this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Looking forward to catch up in the upcoming episodes. Have a great time ahead. See you soon.